Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Happy Monday. Already into an Enigma here. We've got the full auto ready to go. I just saw this one come in here, took it manually, but it is right before the open here by about 3 minutes. Let's get to it right now.
Target filled.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is out the box, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Othrow. Are you ready? Indeed. Welcome back. It is Monday, so we expect a little bit of slow, but you never know. All of a sudden, the market can just do what it does, wake up and hit the coffee. Like, I need to hit some right now. I'm a little tired here. However, it is also Mentorship Monday, so if this is your first time with us and you're just now showing up, wow, we just got a double Enigma setup coming in right here. What I don't like is we've got this shark play coming in, although we are out just barely outside the fiddle zone. Actually, no, we're inside. Sorry, I just thought we were outside moments ago, but we kind of came back inside right here with this shark PRZ, and at the same time, currently we are moderate buy on MACV Ultimate. So tells me we can roll with it, but it is right before the open. So who knows here? Let's see how the full auto goes. If we're gonna come back here, get stopped out right back behind these Enigmas here. I'll kind of tighten my stop up here a little bit. We hit target 1 on this. Oh wow, there we go. Target's filled 870 for, I would call that 2 trades, but I'm gonna leave it at 1. How about that? Just 1 trade. We'll call that 1 spot. 1 trade there this morning at 870. Just ended up sizing us up because there were 2 in the same location. Very nice. Nice way to start the morning. I'll take it. That full auto caught me on the second one. That's good. Let's see. We are still on there. 5. Let's size down to
Enigma long on the
4
RTY4.
small. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Let me get the... Yeah, so remember, I sit on my hands for first 5 minutes. The market just opened up 50 seconds ago here. So for the first 5 minutes here, we'll let the full auto do the work here, and I'll take my hands off the keys. And we'll have a few minutes to chat. So with Mentorship Monday here this morning, ask your questions. Bring your questions. I'm really going to focus on getting your questions answered. We're going to winner chicken dinner here while we go. Hopefully I have some good opportunities here as well. Okay, here comes another one. I don't like that that is against it. I'm going to reverse and go long here on that one. We'll talk why here in just a moment.
DCDMRTY on the 1. DCDMRTY on the 1.
And close it up there. All right, so that was a little bit tricky. We'll come back and talk about that one here in just a moment. I'm trying to set up the
touch RTY on the 35.
Well, let's just talk about it. There it is. So we're moderate buy, number 1. I start hearing buyers coming on the tape, hardcore. Go watch my Enigma cadence videos, and one of the things that you can play when you get an Enigma in the middle of, particularly in a zone, and you could simply just go off the audio box. Audio box starts clacking in. You could take into account the crosses here as well. You end up getting a double cross double move, but then it turns into a cluster. So tricky spot. You almost have to discount this. This is just extra boost coming in right there. And that one ended up riding us right back up there, having to override. All right, we got ourselves another Enigma here. That is a moonshot long. I'm going to keep that stop nice and tight up in there. I can always retry it if it doesn't go. And let's see if that one's going to continue a roll up or if we're going to snap down on me here.
Target.
There we go, and that should get us over $1,000 on the day, and I am winner, chicken dinner done for the morning already. And we just started this live stream 5 minutes and 44 seconds ago.
103.
So Eddie, can you calculate up our dollars per hour at 5 minutes 40 seconds to get $1,180 in about 6 minutes there this morning? Mostly full auto there. And let's go up top and talk about my play setups there. So we got 1, 2, and then that's my bonus right there. Hit that bonus number up top. Let me zoom you guys back out here so you can see what's going on all my time frames. So we're down here zoomed in on the bottom left. That is the entry chart that we've been working off of. You can also see up here on the 4s, there was a nice moonshot that came in. It shot that up. I just that a minute ago. I did hear it earlier. $11,800 an hour. Very fun, very fun. And there is winner 1. There is ended up being winner 2, although yes, you could say, you know, that one came down. We'll talk about this one again because I really want you guys to understand how that kind of play in. And then we've got, of course, for the bonus, the moonshot. Come on, who doesn't love the moonshot? Type moonshot in the chat if you know what I'm saying. You guys got to love the moonshot right there. So we've got the Enigma plus across, so like a headshot, but better. Beautiful stuff there. Okay, so I'm done for the morning. Up here, click on my bonus. So there's trade number 1, trade number 2, and trade number 3 on the electronic version of this, and you can get this for yourself, algoboxpro.com/trade-tracker. And I'm sure one of our guys will post that there in the chat for you. Let me over a little bit. I don't know, does it fit as well? I feel like this fit better in the...
Speed of RTY 74.
I don't know. Okay, so the other good news about hitting those real quick here on a Monday and it being a little bit of an easier day there. Oh, my foot pedal's not working. Oh boy. Okay, let me manually change this back down here for you guys. Stop left. There we go. Bottom left there. All right, so we are, yeah, we're 5 minutes in and done there this morning for Winner Chicken Dinner. Did I even get the, I was working on getting your super chat in here so I could see you guys.
DCBMRTY on the
boom, there we go. Yes, another thing about that checklist, totally forgot about that. So didn't even have time to turn off my real-time protection yet there this morning, so this is probably on. Let's make sure that's off on our checklist there.
DCBMRTY 124.
And now it's Mentorship Monday, so we're going to be talking a lot about some training. Let's talk, get your questions answered. This, especially for the new folks, we had a ton of new people sign up over the weekend, so welcome aboard to all the new folks. And if you're here with us here this morning, you are here on a good day. So on our Mondays, I will take more time to walk through the stuff for the new folks. And even if you've been here a while, we'll talk about advanced level stuff as well. But it's more training outside the scope of our normal, training videos. If you head to our website and click on training there, if you're in a 2-week free trial, you definitely want to go through those. So I saw a lot of you guys signing up for the 2-week free trial on the weekend. Head on over to algoboxpro.com, click on training. There are 36 videos there. Basically, we'll just round it up, say 40 videos there on the site in training. Now, on top of the training, if you are a kind of a visual learner where you like PDFs or printouts, whatnot, you'll definitely want to check out our documentation section. Top left, click on how to, and then underneath that there is documentation. Or if you want to go straight to it, it's docs, docs, .algoboxpro.com. docs.algoboxpro.com, and you'll go straight to our documentation section where you'll see lots of definitions, you'll see screenshots, you will see information and links directly to other videos that are related to the topics. And there are topics on the left hand side of that you'll see as well. Yes, thank you, Eddie. So we'll pull this down here and show you guys what that looks like. So this is the documentation section. If you're starting out trying to figure out how to get things installed, whether it's getting them, even if you're brand new, haven't installed NinjaTrader yet, we walk through the NinjaTrader installation and setup, and then into our own install AlgoBox right here. There you go. Yeah, I kind of wish these were combined. We'll work through that, and it's not clear that that is how to install NinjaTrader first. Okay, we'll clear this up. We need to work with my team here and getting this more clear. But all right, any of the things. So let's say, what's MACV Ultimate, Vinny? You've been talking about MACV Ultimate. How does it work? What are the instruments involved? YMES, RTY, NQ. Right there, it'll walk you through what this is, how we use it, etc., and some video examples. SMLK timing lines. What is this king timing you keep talking about? You're waiting for king timing? What do you mean you're waiting for king timing? You're like, what is that? So you'll see this in our charts and how that lays out, and then there's some videos related.
Enigma long on the RTY1.
So good resource there. And then if we are, go back to our homepage. All right, so they're on the homepage. Let's see, expand it out here. Right there for you. Up here at the top, click on training. And there are 6 libraries with 6 videos each, so about 36 videos there on the site. And if you want to know how to get started, you could click this button right here and it'll kind of give you a little walkthrough pop-up video here of me going, so here's what you're looking at here on the website. And then you'll get in through
upper bands touch RTY on the
lessons 1 through 6 there.
Speed of RTY 90. Speed of RTY 90. DCDM RTY on the 1.
Oh, I forgot about the bonus video down there. Yeah, so then 1 through 6 there, get to the last ones. You're going to get more advanced training there on number 6, obviously. And 4 is the core. So if you are new with us and you've been talking about, hey, Vinny, you talked about the core videos. What are the core videos? They're right here. In fact, you can come straight to them. Yes, this is for premium members, normally premium members only. However, if you really just want to go, you know what, I'm wondering, should I get involved? You want to know the core. Get to number 4 if you really want to know, if you know this is kind of the place for you. So there's our training library. And of course, we do have that awesome opportunity right here in the summer. We have never done this price point, so you definitely want to get involved with that if you are planning on getting in. You literally cannot beat this August before school here. Got my kids going to homeschool and things, so we're back into it. So I'm going to be a little bit less available there in the mornings as school is kicking off for the kids there as well. But for you guys, we've got the $24.99 plus a payment program for it, same as the same price there. The only thing that you don't get with the payment plan there is full auto will not be enabled until you get to that end of that payoff. But 10 months to pay off there, that is also there and available for you. Now, you probably missed out if you didn't get it on Friday. I did say I was giving you the one-on-one mentorships, 3 one-on-one mentorships, and the golden knife. Those are not going to be included here at basically the last part of the month here, but congratulations to those of you guys who got that. Looking forward to having those one-on-one chats with those of you guys who got those involved on Friday. Sorry, I'm a little parched here this morning. I'm going to grab this coffee. So it looks like we've got a little bit of a stair stepper down here. We just got a cluster of crosses right here. I would draw in the bottom of the zone right here. And go right about to this top right here, because this looks like a little fake out. It's like, and we're going up. No, we're not. So we begin this little down move here. Double crosses at the top of the zone, double crosses at the bottom of the zone. We can play up to the middle. We can play down to the middle from the top of the zone. Been hanging out with us a while. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, go check out the training videos on that. In fact, we just did a compilation video on that. Awesome little video there. You guys want to check that one out for how I play with a zone after a big move in either direction. So this one happens to be a move up. We've gone up and up and up. Now we draw in the zone, and then how we're going to play that zone. We talk about there in the videos, or if you've seen me on the live streams, you know the drill. Okay, while we're here, make sure and smash that button. You know, the one with the big thumb on it. Yeah, click that thumb button. You know, it's the like button. Likes are free. And then let's see if we got any questions in the Ask Me Any Questions section. All right, let me go into Discord here. And I saw someone had a question from this morning. So I know there's at least one. If you guys do have an advanced level question or something you want to go in depth on, in the Discord room on the left, you can go into the Ask Questions section right here. And one of our moderators will respond to those for you usually, or I will. And on a Monday, I get to come in here and we'll pick questions from that chat there and we'll get those answered. All right, here's one. Let's have this one read out here. While I grab a coffee.
Would you recommend using stop limit orders or predefined limit offsets vs RTY on the market DCDM RTY on the cases?
Okay, sorry, I'm going to pause that. All of a sudden, the market got really crazy here for a second. Okay. Watch for a four-legged dog trap here with the cluster crosses right outside that zone. See if we get 4 legs and a pop up. I got my finger over the buy. It's looking weird. Okay, not a clean 4LDT, so we'll hold on that one.
Speed of RT.
All right, let me, before we were so rudely interrupted by the market doing what it wants to do. How dare I interrupt the market? All right, let's press play one more time on that.
On the 8th.
Oh wait, do we have news at 10? Let me type news in the chat here. Yes, we have 10 a.m. news, so about 15 minutes. All right, let's go back to our question here.
Would you recommend using stop limit orders or predefined limit offsets vs the standard stop market order? Any use cases for stop limit, could filter using speedometer too. Viable to use stop limit orders. Thank you.
Okay, well, so that's a little open-ended. So stop limit order for entries or stop limit orders just, you said, instead of market orders
Speed
on
of RTY
stocks?
100.
Okay, so here's how that works first of all. So let's say that I wanted to enter above this cross. So for an entry, a stop limit order can be used in multiple ways. So first of all, stop limit for an entry, if I were to right click here and I'm going to buy stop limit 4. So there you'll see the SLM tag stop limit. It's a market though.
Enigma long on the RTY1.
Okay, so a little moonshot long right there. Again, I'm not going to get in on that at the moment because I'm trying to be disciplined. As you guys have given me feedback, hey, in the mornings, you want to see what we can do with, if I really just did winner chicken dinner, what kind of results can I do? But stop limit order, what would happen is if price were to come back through this area and hit right here, boom, then it would enter me into the position. So using a stop limit order, if you're asking, is there ever a use case for that? Well, of course. Do I use it? Not really. On a random occasion, I do, but you know, it's some advanced situation. Like let's say that I wanted to come back through, oftentimes like a double cross that, like on a retry. I would say my most useful opportunity for stop limit order would be on a retry. So if you're taking your notes, okay, so particularly on a double cross, double move would be an example, and there would be others. But let's say on the first go round of a DCDM, let's find one here on the chart. So let's say that this DCDM, when we first came down, if I were to want to take that, although I wouldn't take it, why? Because we're at the bottom of a zone, right? But let's say that double cross, and we have this target right here, double cross, double move. So we have the bracket from here to here, and let's say that you're a double cross player, you didn't have anything else, maybe you're just solely a DCDM player and you're playing all these on the lower time frame. So on trade number one, we fail, we end up coming back up here and stopping out above the box because you enter in short right here at the double cross. You're targeting down here, doesn't go the first time, but you're like, you know what, I really like this down move for whatever reason. I want to enter in on a retry. So you might come over here and right click right on this location and put a stop limit order right there, so that it's a resting order. Now, our double cross double moves already draw the white lines for you, so visually, if you have it turned on, that's what I have on. So on the crosses, you see that little tiny little dashed white line. That I usually just use those and I enter in manually. But let's say that you wanted to really just absolutely perfectly enter in at that DCDM, you would right click at that location. For instance, I could do it right here. If we wanted this double cross double move, it's a perfect example right here. And we were going up and up, and it comes out, stops me out, which it just would have just now. Now, if I come up here and I right click on those and I do a buy stop limit right there, if we come back through that spot here, now it's going to instantly enter me in immediately as we pop through that location, right? So it's already set and forget, right? So I could just literally just, oh, come over here, drink my coffee, walk away. This is going to instantly hit that, and it's going to put a stop and a target there for you, right? Now, it's going to be based on your ATM, so as soon as it hits, I'm going to need to push my targets out. So it's not going to, you know, do all that work for you. But let's say that you set an ATM. Let's say you had an ATM that was perfectly set for a double cross double move, or I don't know, you wanted 40 ticks on a scenario, or you think that the average ATM, the average ATR right now was approximately 40. You could set it to whatever that ATR is, and that would work as well. There's that compilation video. Eddie just popped it there in the chat. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Curtis. The 10 a.m. is the CB leading index. Here, oh, this is going to auto enter me in here. I'm going to go ahead and let it pop. I'll go ahead and see, there it goes. See how it automatically entered me in on that? Now, I will have my finger immediately over the close here because I'm not really wanting to take this play here. I'm going to go ahead and sell ask and close it out. But there you go. Do you see the use case for that? So that could just go ahead and run me up there straight through and would automatically enter me like it just did. I'm over here gabbing away, talking, but I'm like, hey, if I wanted to come and take that as it comes back through that double cross double move, I could reinitiate that position as price broke straight back through that same supply area. Everybody get that? If you understand, type a 1.
DCMRTY on the 1.
Got any more questions around that? Type a 2. And thanks for bringing the question there, Central. Mr. Central AM himself. He was partying this weekend. He had an AlgoBox ring and showed us that was awesome. Love that thing. He also, when he got his, I had to brag on him a little bit and brag on his generosity. Probably one of the most generous people I've ever met. He has sent me several things, and one of them is he actually got me a copy of this really cool AlgoBox molded ring. It is freaking cool. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll post a picture of it later today in the Discord chat. And I'm scrolling back up here through the Ask Questions section. All right, here's one here from Cobfish. Come out here.
Are there any videos where Vinny explains how to filter trades and do the analysis? I can't find them.
Wow, that's a big ask. Question was, are there any videos where Vinny explains how to filter trades and do the analysis? Wow, you're basically like, are there any videos explaining how Vinny does everything? Yes. But maybe you were thinking of this in two parts. So particularly around filtering, what are the primary ways of filtering? Well, let's go through several. At the bottom right of my charts here, you can put this favorable direction indicator at any corner. You can have it up here, all four corners on a chart, or you can have it central. On some of the default templates, I actually have them right here dead center for you because I think it is a very important high time frame filter. Tells you what is the bias on the day currently. So this would be, I would call this filter 1, would be if you're trying to pick direction. Now, when you're saying filter, I'm literally saying direction filter first. Okay, I'm not talking about take a trade, not take a trade, because we move into the MACV for that. So again, I'm going to dump a lot on you right now. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed. But I'm going to go, here's the thought process. This is direction filter number 1. This is direction filter number 2. The entire MACVU histogram there we talked about there, that is in the documentation section and free for the community members. If you are just part of our chat there in Discord,
Enigma long on the RTY1.
You have this for free. You don't have to be a premium member to have that, as long as you are an abiding member of our community, not violating any of our rules, etc. It is a privilege to be here, not a right. So if you violate those and you are banned, permanently banned unless you call in, and it will require an apology and an explanation, you are violating any of our terms of service. Okay, so 1 and 2, direction filter. Now, let's talk about, is it time to take a trade filter? Okay, so I want to call this like a money shot filter. Like, what's the best opportunities? Okay, well, we have this one focused in on this area down here. This is the MACV. That's the MACVinny, because not to be confused with the MACD. This is the MACV custom. And this little zone, this yellow zone here, you can make this whatever color you want. If you turn this filter on, then this makes it very simple for when are the best trade opportunities. They are when you are outside of this zone. Okay, and this is a standard deviation zone. There's nothing tricky or magic about it, but it is a 1 standard deviation right here. So inside of 1 standard deviation, I mean, you're gonna have more heat, they're gonna be looser, it's just, if you've watched trades that happen inside of here, versus ones that hit outside here. These are the ones that are they're snappier, they're gonna happen quicker. You can also use this as a, like, you can count how many trades you should take scenarios, which keeps you out of taking too many trades and keeping you into the best trades. So look at the time right here. Let's zoom farther. So from 8:30 this morning, you can literally see up here how many trades you should have taken so far. 8:30 to 9. What do we got? 1, 2, 3 tops. Make sense? So I mean, there may have been tons of trades down in here, other trades, but if you took them 1, 2, and 3, where we popped right up outside there, you'll find yourself being able to, in my opinion, for me, I like to take the trades when we are outside of this zone. It's better. Now, if you were early bird, you know, I can't see what time it is. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time. That one's like 7 a.m. All right, so depending, but this is a very easy way to know, for me, am I going to take that double cross double move right now or not? If I'm inside this area, I can leave them alone. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to work, but you'll generally find that, you know, the speed will be a little bit off there as well. Inside of there, you get, you know, like even right now, it's like a loosey-goosey in here. Yeah, this Enigma popped up, but we didn't get all the way to Stargate here. Right now, this one we did. But right now, we're right in that zone. Another one of those filters that I like to use is called the flat line itself. If we've had a move down and we come right back up, right as we touch this spot here, this, I literally will turn the Enigma off. I'm like, dude, I do not want to take any Enigmas when we are flat. Even the Enigma, the most powerful setup that I've got with the multi-confluence, everything that's going on inside of that, real-time order flow, boom, I still don't want to play that if we've just hit the flat line for the first time. Now, the reason I say when we hit the flat line for the first time is because there is a play off of that we've talked about multiple times using this same thing. That's why this is a primary filter for us. If we have been doing like this on the flat line for a while, now I want to turn it on. And I would probably turn it on when it's right about here. If we have sat on that flat line for any period of time, now it actually works in my favor. Especially for Enigma, by the way. I'm talking particularly Enigma entries, which are still, in my opinion, currently most powerful entries that we have. If you do not have the Enigma, we will be turning the Enigma off on September the 1st for any new people. So the only time you'll be able to get that is going to be at Christmas, if you're not going to get it here during the school or the back to school offer. So just be careful of that. So the Enigma entries, I will turn them on if we have been sitting on that flat line for a while, and then boom, I want to take it as we move off, and that will end up being a distribution leg. You get to catch the distribution leg off of that accumulation on the flat line. So those are our two primary filters. Okay, now then let's get to the wait for it filter. What are we talking about here? And you guys help me out with this list. I put quotation marks here. What's on the wait for it list? All right, you guys start throwing some at me. What's on the wait list? Make my text a little bit smaller here. Impulse leg. Overbought, oversold. We kind of just talked about one outside of the fiddle zone. Wait for double delta. for the ready up. Let me see these. Speaking of that one right there, that is a new feature. Oh, need to come back and talk about that. So I was planning on getting that out this weekend, but yeah, totally forgot. We had birthdays and things. I was like, can't take family time to get the release out here. So this week we'll be getting that current release out for you guys. It will be after Wednesday because I also forgot we have stuff planned here for the next 3 days here. So but yeah, after Wednesday will probably be Thursday, Friday, potentially into the weekend for the next release. But this right here is going to be so cool. That double delta ready up, you are now going to have the option to put a vertical drawing on the chart with text that literally says ready up. It's very cool looking. I love the way I kind of designed it to be. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. Double delta ready up. So wait for the double delta. Oh, I can't see you guys' text here because it's off on another screen. Hold on one moment. Pull it up on the phone here. Guys. We've had so much chat here in the Discord. There it is, all the way up there. Okay, 28.
Divergence up RTY on the 8th.
All right, yes, divergence, triangle, yes. And these are things kind of on the higher time frames, or that are indicating something from a higher time frame that will go, hey, come play with me. About a double Bollinger touch. Oh yeah, king timing.
Enigma long on the RTY1.
And you know what? I could go, well, L or K, right? Ooh, after an ignition bar. Yes. Double delta. Yep, somebody got that. No, fiddle. Yep, outside the fiddle zone. Any others? Let's see. To go back into my deep in the box of tools there, but things you can wait for. So you might be going, oh, I gotta wait for all these things. No, any single one of these can be used on its own if you are looking for a trade, because you're like, hey, it's the direction filter, the speed is good. Oh, speed. Talk about speed. The speedometer. We'll call wait for good speed. And that could be your psychology filter. Actually, let's just go straight to it. Right, is there a big X on the chart telling you wait for it? Ah, maybe a timing thing, like wait for the 940 to 950. We'll call it a TOD. Time of day. And if you don't know what that is, make sure you go and watch the videos on that. Very important in my opinion. For the 940 to 950. Or let's say you're waiting for, you know, the final 7 minutes of the day, right? Lucky sevens. Oh, a cave touch. Oh, very good one. Cave touch. All right, let's think of one more. Who's got one more? More. No X on the screens. Yeah, we talked about that one. I'm gonna have to pull up my syllabus. Anybody got the syllabus handy? We have the whole list of them on the syllabus. Things that you can just wait for something on a higher time frame. I'm thinking new bar, but I'm trying to think if there's something even cooler than new bar. Like a new bar on the 89. Okay, no one else is putting one, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a new bar. Tidal wave. So there's a good list of the wait for it items. I mean, we're covering it all today, man. You guys are asking the tough questions today. You're like, explain everything you do in one sitting. Okay, well, there you go. So when I'm looking around the charts for a, hey, can I go right now? Like if I'm ready for a long, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready for a long any moment. You'll hear me because look at the current conditions, the speed's looking good and whatnot. Now I can wait for any one of these things. One of my absolute favorites. So if you're like, well, what about, you know, what are some favorites right here? I'll put stars by my favorites. A double delta. Holy shnikes. You get yourself a double delta. Let's go. Oh, I just forgot one of the absolute best. Hold on, y'all. We cannot walk away from this without my absolute favorite. Let's see who can get it. What is my absolute favorite thing when we're on live streams that I'm like, is that a blank? I'll give you a tip on it's a trap. Anybody know the reference on Star Wars? It's a trap. Let's see who the first person is to type it. What's it called? Wait for a what? I don't think anybody typed it above. I'm scrolling up. No, I've not seen anybody typed it yet. What is my absolute favorite trap? Come on, somebody's going to get it. Boom. 4LDT, baby. 4LDT. 4LDT. I can wait for a 4LDT. How many times on a live stream? I don't know why this didn't come up earlier. Why didn't come up earlier? That should have been fresh on my mind. We were just looking one for earlier. Wow, I can't talk this morning. We were just waiting for one earlier this morning. Spit it out, bruh. 4LDT. Four-legged dog trap. Go watch the videos around this or just hang out in the live stream. You're going to see me hit those quite often. So I can wait for a four-legged dog trap and then take my direction. Okay, almost a play by itself. I can wait for a four-legged dog trap, and then after the four-legged dog trap, I can wait for the next entry. And at the same time, some of you guys know, like, I jumped again and I just jump in on ahead on these. Okay, but I'd like to wait for now a double cross entry, or now an enigma after the last four-legged dog trap, or a J hook after a four-legged dog trap. In fact, that's another one, a J hook, right? A J hook on a higher time frame. Did somebody already type that? I feel like somebody may have typed that, so I don't want to jip somebody out of one, but the J hook. A J hook, a larger play. So wait for a J hook. Don't play it directly necessarily, but then play for an entry after the J hook is set up. Now wait for the next enigma, or wait for fill in the blank, headshot, double dot. One of our entry strategies. Yes. Let's see. Any other comments around that? See, 4LDT. Everybody got that? Yes. Yeah, so wait for any one of these and then take our entry. Enigma's first one that comes into mind. Moonshot, double cross. Speaking of, look at this one right here. Okay. If you're wondering what is large and king timing, well, we're in one right now. See this little zone right here? This little blue and pink levels, those are auto drawn for you. Now, I've got mine narrowed down where I'm not showing small and large. and there's a video on how to do that as well as you go through training. You've moved back into that zone again, being popped out, come down, double cross at the bottom, kind of a cluster, return in, Enigma entry, boom, all the way up. Okay, we're in the coffee zone. I missed the warning from that earlier. Did I miss the warning? Sometimes it draws, sometimes it doesn't. You notice this? Maybe because I was on a weird screen. No, it came up on the 4, top left here. So I got the 2-minute warning for 10:10 on my top chart, but I did not get it on the bottom. So I got some bug in there. Got to work through to figure that out. But currently, it's coffee time. What does that mean? Between 10:10 and 10:30, well, I often tell people, hey, if you've been sitting at your desk for a while, it's the time to get a stretch, walk away from your desk for a minute, grab that cup of joe. And because I'm adhering to all of my rules, particularly with you guys, going through this small account challenge scenario here with you guys, I'm going to do exactly that. We did have the news event there at 10. Looked like kind of a nothing burger. I didn't see too much wildness go on. There's the 10 o'clock right there. So we kind of snapped down and then returned up. So the news event might have been the catalyst for this nice up move back into that same zone we saw before. You're wondering, hey, what's this big blue X that came on the chart? This is one of those that you can turn on or off right over here on the psychology module. We talked about that here moments ago on hey, something that you might want to wait for. Currently have the overlay. That's O for overlay. That's the X. But you can also, you see these other two buttons? There is a B and a T. B-O-T, right? Bot. So our bot here for the psychology bot, you can turn on the background color. That's the B. T is text. Let me show you what those look like. So if I turn on text, right there, see how it says do not trade? It's a little bit difficult to see there. That's why it's not super awesome. I can also turn the entire background a color like red. Boom. Right now, this is warning me that, hey, the speed is bad right now. Psychologically, this is not the best time to play. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be setups that play, but this is part of our, hey, can I just not look at my chart? Don't get Medusa affected in. If you don't know what the Medusa effect is, go watch some of my videos on that. But when the Medusa effect is where you're staring at the chart so long, she's tempting you into doing something that you should not do. Stare at the screen long enough, you're going to be influenced by the feeling of what's happening, the snappiness up or down, the speed of the movements in a direction that will tempt you into a bad trade. Sense? Teaching how to the filtering, really helpful. Great to hear it, Cobfish. Great to have you in the crew. Thanks for the great question. Well, I'll say, you know what? That was a hard question, bro. That was a hard question, bro. You owe me on that one. I'm just kidding. Gave me something to talk about here on a Mentorship Monday, so no, thank you for that. But that is a lengthier question. You asked the hard question. I tried my best to answer it in a shorter than 10-minute solution answer there for you. How do you use the pivots points? Can you explain how to best use them? Ooh, great question. Very good question. Let me do this. I need to take a quick bathroom break along with a coffee refill here, and then let me come back and we'll extend our Mentorship Monday, and we're going to go into this very in-depth question right here. Another, I wouldn't say tricky, but yes, let's talk about the main one. That's going to be a higher time frame setup scenario. His question is pivot points, like the P point, like the prior high, like the R1, S1, S2, prior low, prior high, all of these that are drawn in on the higher time frame. How do we use those? Another one of those that I would say, if you're taking notes on the wait for it list, another one of those things, like if you want to wait for a perfect play, wait for one of those to come into one of these. We'll talk about that here after I go grab my coffee and we listen to this word from Curtis G, singing it to me so lovely.
Enigma long on the RTY1.
You got this, baby. I know it's been crazy. You don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. You don't matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not home. No, I can't let go without you near me.
I'm holding on your trades, got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. I'll go box you, turn it all around. You tell me that you need me, then you go and show me how. Wait, you tell me that it's easy, didn't think I'd see the game you play. It's too late to miss the game. Out the box, it's too late. I said it's too late to miss the game. Out the box, it's too late. Take another risk, take a trade, take a shot for you. And I need you like a heart needs a beat, something new, yeah. You make it like a game now, winning every move. And you say follow and play along, our box is true. It's too late to miss the game. Out the box, it's too late.
Fib.RTY on the 8th.
I'm holding on your trades, got me 10 feet off the ground. Algorithmic makes trading like a game. Join us now and see what can be found. Algorithmic and never miss the game. DCDMRTY on the 1. DCDMRTY on the 1. DCDMRTY on the 1. Fib.RTY on the 8th.
Alrighty then, test 1, test 2. Let's talk about it a bit more. Let's see if I can get my pedal to work. No, pedal's still not working. Okay. All right, everybody still awake? Type a 1 in the chat if you are still here. Type a 2 if you're not here. That's a joke. It's okay. I mean, could mentally not be there. All right, let me put my earpiece in so I can hear going on as well there. All right, so we are 8 minutes past the 10:30, and we wanted to get into another question. Let me pull that up and let's read it out. All right. How to use the pivot points. Can you explain how to best use them? Okay, so there are several ways to use that. This is an advanced topic, and I also want to put in, with it being an advanced topic, remember that all these advanced items are not really necessary to play the game. If you want to play the video game like I do, you know, come in, five shots. You got 5 lives, playing the video game, winner, chicken dinner. Out of those 5, 2 winners. If you're sizing appropriately, increase your trade size from trades 1 through 5. You hit those 2 winners, then snap in on a bonus to just push it a little bit farther for you with an absolute perfect play setup. All this is not absolutely necessary, and I'm talking to myself. Remember, I am not here to give you advice. This is me advising my younger self. Vinny, relax. Now, over time, yes, you want to incorporate a little bit more of these, learn to read into the markets a little bit more, but if you are just here to play the game, you're here to put money on the table or take money off the table, however you want to look at it. And for me, if I want to make a living at this, to tap in on my $400 or $500 a day, starting out at the beginning all over again, you do not need to know all of these things all at once. However, we're going to roll in here to an advanced topic, and we're going to talk about the pivot points. Now, I'm tempted to, if I really want to do this really well, I would clear everything off the charts right now and show you just those pivot points, and we will have videos specifically doing exactly that. Now, you'll see that we've got R's above. You see R1, R2, R3, R through 5, and S the bottom. S1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Real simple, keeping it simple. These are daily pivot points based on standard deviations and Fibonacci levels that are pre-done for you from prior days. If we look to the left, these are going to be projected from days prior. These are daily level pivots. Okay, so if you are looking for big time frame trade opportunities, something you want to, if you're a player where you might want to hold a trade longer or hit on some bigger trade, these are levels that you might want to be looking at. Okay, so that goes all the way through S5 and R5. R stands for resistance. That's why R's are on top. S is on the bottom. Nothing different about either one of them, except for depending on the current trend direction on the highest time frame, which we look at, 89s. But if you are a daily, weekly player, which again, that's is not really our forte here. We are intraday, grabbing bags, generating income, not investors, right? But this is high time frame stuff there. Distance levels, support levels that you might find a pop on one of these at a support or a resistance. It may not just blow straight through those. Now,
on the 89.
Sometimes they just accumulate there and continue on, but that's fine, right? An accumulation zone on a higher time frame is a pretty wide zone, is it not? Does everybody actually understand that? Let's make sure let's ask that question. Do you understand that a higher time frame zone of accumulation is a very wide zone to play in on a lower time frame? You understand that? Type of 1. You want me to explain that a little bit farther? Type of 2. So if we come into one of these, I'm expecting a pivot reversal and or an accumulation there, higher time frame. Either way, I'm going to get some reversal point entries. Now, Here's a tricky question, especially if you are new, but if you've been around a while, you might know this. Here's the question. Ready for the question? This is the big one. Does Vinny always look for a reversal entry? Does Vinny always look for a reversal entry? Are all of my trades reversals? Yes or no? On this one, I want to hear yeses or nos. And don't look at your neighbor. Are all of my trades, do I want all of my trades to be reversals? Yes or no? Advanced level, semi-tricky question depending on how closely you've been following along, how far you've gotten in the training, and whether you paid attention to these parts or not. But there's very deep meaning in it. See a lot of no's. There's a yes from Petro. Well, Petro is right. All of you who said no, this is why I said it was tricky. Because you think, well, he's doing an exaggerated point. Always. See, always pivot. Am I always looking for a pivot reversal? Answer is yes. Every play at some level, and Petro hit it. He actually even said it. Yes. Looking small enough. DCDM, not a reversal. That is a interesting point, but let me ask this about the DCDM. What is the very first thing that a DCDM requires? What's the very first? If you look to the left, what is the very first thing on a DCDM to confirm whether I want to play that? What is the very first thing on a DC? See who gets this one. For everybody, I know Hooked on Pips asked the question, but I'm glad he brought it up because it is the caveat that you might think is a caveat, but what is the very first thing left of the DCDM? The pivot point, which is also a what? What is that pivot point? What do I call it? Or am I trying to figure out if it is a what? Yes, but what does that leg begin with? Yeah, I mean, Eddie's on it, but what do we call that pivot point? Let's zoom into one. First of all, we actually label it P, don't we? Take off the background color here, and let's go find ourselves. Let's go hunt one down. Look, right here. What is that? PP, what does that stand for? Pivot point, yes? So is it a reversal? Yes. And what do we call this though? What is the pivot point? What do I want to define it as? Nobody got it? It starts with a T. And I'm driving this home because I want you to learn today. I'm here for Mentorship Monday to have you learn. What is it? Starts with a T. The pivot point is a, we want to determine if it is a yes, that is why everything in the end was reversal for you. Absolutely. Reversal. No, there's a delay on that. There's some delay on 4K. Doesn't fake MOB. Well, it is true. That's why it's called a trap. Come on, everybody type trap in the chat. Everybody knows. First thing, you know what? We should have had that on the wait list. A trap. Yes, MVP. Look at MVP coming in. He's been watching my videos lately. After our chat on a Friday, we had our coming to Jesus moments, and now he's been catching up. He's been watching 20 videos. His assignment was 20 live streams plus 3 mentorship Mondays. So now look at this guy. He's on top of it. He even got the hard question. That pivot point is supposed to be a trap, right? Very first thing, go all the way back to DCDM videos. I know we overlook them after if we've seen them a while. Like, oh yeah, I get it, because we all focus on the crosses. But look to the left. How can I validate whether I want to do that DCDM or not if I can't determine whether that was a trap or not? Right? Is that a trap? That one's not a trap. Right here on the screen, that's not a trap. How do I know? The pivot point, yes, but how is it not a trap? Well, that doesn't look like. I mean, that's not going to get everybody going long. This thing's big time down. Going down, 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 down. So that, you think everybody's going to go long here? No. Not a trap. Right? So this is less likely to be a DCDM. And sure enough, it didn't go, did it? I'm over here waving around on the wrong screen. Sorry. Talking about this one right here. Rewind. Drawing on the wrong screen. Pivot point right there. It's not a trap. How do I know? Because look at this down move. Down, 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 down. Nobody's going to get trapped going long right there. Right? That's just a continuation down. Not a trap. So this is going to be a trap, right? We got everybody looking down. Everybody looking down. Everybody looking down. Nope. See ya. Trapped. Right now the trap is here. The trap is right here in a cluster. Okay, so first thing on the P point, I'm looking for pivot point. And yes, it is a pivot. It is a reversal. Get it? So even on that one, anybody else got a trick question? Dadgummit, it's a trap. That's right. It's a trap. 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 We want to make sure there's a trap first. You need trapped traders to get the market to move. The double cross double move happens to be that after there's a big trap, we get a double cross. If I got in a double cross double move right here, it would have been awesome, right? But we didn't get a double cross. We just got a single one there. But a double cross right there is the continuation up. That's the best type of double cross double move. You're not just taking every double cross in a direction. You want to make sure, step one, validate, is there a really good trap to the left? If there's not, let's leave it be. You are a double cross double move player. You need to know this is key. How about this one? We can take a short right here. Why? That is a trap, right? This looks like everybody's looking up. Up, 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 and then down, double cross. Heck yeah, we can take this double cross double move. Does everybody see that one? Type DCDM chat. Type DCDM if you get it. 2 if you don't. You don't get what I just said. Trap. Is this pivot point a trap? Yes. Could I count 4 legs there? Almost. I could probably count a 4-legged dog trap on a higher time frame. Higher time frame trap. Boom. Alpha Omega. Stronger DCDM. Powerful. So I would look for a double cross, double move off of this play. Now, is every single one of them going to work? No. But on a 2-try rule, would I play it again? Yes. If I stopped out right here, let's say that it doesn't work, comes up, stop out. On the comeback later, right through here, maybe as Central was asking about earlier, maybe I put a sell stop limit right there and make sure that I get in on it on the 2-try rule because that one is juicy, right? Y'all getting it now, aren't you? Every play I take at some level ends up being, it is a reversal. Every single one. Every single one. Once you have that written in your head, you go, well, where's the pivot? You see what that does to you? So even on double cross move, you're like, well, where's the pivot? Where's the turn? Where's the reversal? We reversed off the pivot, the trap, the P point, the PP, pivot point, pivot point. Is it a trap? Yes? Take it. Not? Maybe leave it alone. Wait for one that's even clearer. You guys are getting it now. Cutting sound in and out for everyone. Is the sound cutting in and out? Hold on, let me check the... Sound is good. Yeah, I'm trying to be real close to the microphone, so hopefully it's good. And yeah, but let me know on the mic. Other people said that theirs is good, so refresh your browser if you're having cutting out issues. I really like when this DCR plays out and DCDM shows up the other way right after. Ooh. Yeah, show us some screenshots of those, Missile, if as you're going along. Now we're getting a lot of clustering right here, so this is kind of invalidating this whole idea, but something's about to give right here. Something is about to happen. We got a gigantic set of a lot of activity coming in right here. Now, if we start clustering here on the ones, this first thing it starts to tell me this is not normal, first of all. You start to see this amount of clustering down here on the lower time frames, we start looking at potentially trend day for the rest of the day. So let's watch how many, if we continue to cluster, do not get in the way of whatever trend begins after that. Yes? Get that? Crystal clear. Petro, you're on top of things today, brother. Refresh now. The sound is totally out. Okay, you're definitely having some issues on your computer, my friend. Jag, if you're listening to this later. So if you're still having issues now, everybody else, there's multiple people said everything is good on their end. So definitely something local to you. And hey, don't ignore those things. Restart your computer. Like, do not be trading on your PC if your PC's having problems. This is like when your equipment needs to function. Okay, you're a restaurant owner, and they're telling you the water's out, the water main's out, bro. Get that thing fixed, okay? Don't be trying to play without it. Right, you don't want bad things to happen. Get your PC working right. Okay. We covered a lot of ground this session. Let's see, how long have we been going? About an hour and 27. So we'll be back this afternoon. Don't forget, we're doing morning session. You think you're good now? Yeah. Hey, but reboot, my brother. Okay. Like, I would not be trusting a PC if you're having sound issues like that. It's usually an indication of something else going on there. Reboot. When in doubt, reboot. All right, just trying to, well, friendly word there. Dude, this is clustering. Okay, I want to be out of here. Why? We're starting to clustering down on the lower time frames. What have I told y'all before? You start getting into this mess, watch out. Now, hopefully if you can catch a trend in the direction, just ride it up into the next pivot points, whichever way it starts to go. If it starts to come down, do not get in the way, okay? Get out of the way. This thing is clustering now on the lower time frames. This is absolutely clustering. Everybody see it? Type clustering in the chat. You guys saw what's happened before. When this occurs, it's tipping, the market is tipping its hand that it is about to trend. It's going to get everybody trapped, and then it is going to run that beast. Understand? Type clustering in the chat. AO clustering. Yeah, it's an AO cluster party. So we're shifting here. Everything's been fine here this morning. Easy setups for the morning, and then now things are going to get tricky. I see some stuff coming in on the higher time frame. Look at this. This is on the 89. So we'll be back this afternoon. I'll be here with you guys, so don't miss it. We're going to do some continuation, more talking here. Mentorship Monday, lots of training on a Monday. So if you have come, this is your first time with us, welcome aboard. Speaking of, if you're doing a 2-week free trial, of course you got 2 weeks. Perfect time to be joining in on a 2-week free trial. At the end of it, you're going to get this $24.99 offer, or you can do it on a payment program as well. If you want full auto immediately enabled, like you want to do the full auto enigmas like I do in the first 5 minutes, or in the evening, in the afternoon, after the 350 algo, etc., you're going to want to maybe do a one-time payment. However, if you want to pay it off over time, as soon as you do the payoff, you get all of the full auto unlocked. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchspot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and Eddie B, I am sending out the Big H-Town. Our team. Show them how it's done.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity. I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investor because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use they have better front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game. Rewind.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex things.
Delta 5 loading. Long. Look for a long. Harmonic pattern. Pick up. Down on freeze. Order filled. Target filled.
Audio Jungle.